Now I'd like to introduce a special person that I mentioned, my daughter, Ayana Coleman-Dixon. Ayana is the secretary on the board of directors of Sisterhood Agenda, and she's our moderator for today's celebration. Ayana is a student at LAM College in New York City. Her interests include performing arts, traveling, food, and exploring cultural connections. She's held many leadership positions and had a lot of mentoring experience. So introducing my daughter, Ayana Coleman-Dixon.
All right. So we celebrate today because of my mother, Angela D. Coleman, created Sisterhood Agenda, and each of you supported, empowered, or brought someone along with this mission and vision of an uplifted, educated, and empowered global sisterhood. My mother is an award-winning sisterhood activist, educator, and author who has written over 20 books. My mother grew up in Newark, New Jersey, and graduated cum laude from Princeton University with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and a minor in African American Studies. While a student at Princeton, my mother was awarded the Student Achievement Award in Feminist Scholarship and the American Psychological Association Minority Undergraduate Student of Excellence Award. After founding Sisterhood Agenda after college, my mother earned her nonprofit management certification from Duke University and Master's in Business Administration from the University of Phoenix, plus additional certifications in trauma, psychological first aid, and holistic medicine and science. My mother was awarded the National Jefferson Presidential Award for Public Service as well. And my mother travels regularly to train global partners and attend women's empowerment events, community gatherings, holistic health, and healing activities. Aside from all the awards, I'm proud of my mother for not only what she's done for me, but what she's done and accomplished for Sisterhood Agenda. With that said, we're going to move on to our welcome letter from the Mayor of DC. In the letter, it reads, "As Mayor of Washington, DC, it is my sincere pleasure to welcome Sisterhood Agenda to our nation's capital on the occasion of your 25 years of sisterhood celebration. Sisterhood Agenda is a global network of people, organizations, and businesses in 36 countries whose mission is to promote sisterhood, women's empowerment, and constructive social change that positively affects women's health and healing, improves women's economic futures, and affirms the lives of women. I am delighted that you have chosen our world-class city to host this special gathering because Washington, D.C. is fully committed to serving the needs of women and encouraging self-development, unity, and sisterhood. I commend you for recognizing that sisterhood is a powerful force for positive social change and for educating, supporting, and empowering women and girls around the globe with a diverse and inclusive sisterhood. I invite you all to enjoy all that our city has to offer and encourage you to visit our museums, monuments, restaurants, and diverse neighborhoods, all of which make our city special and unique. On behalf of the 702,000 residents of Washington, D.C., you have my best wishes for an inspiring and productive event. Muriel Bowser. And now for the celebration, for the Baltimore County Executive Citations. As it reads, Sisterhood Agenda, with wholehearted congratulations on the occasion of the 25th year anniversary of the Sisterhood Agenda. Your organization's commitment, hard work, and tireless efforts to educate, support, and empower women and girls should be a source of great pride. You have invested your time into the future for our county, our state, and our country. And you have given these young women and girls the tools that they need to become leaders in their communities. Your organization is truly making not only Baltimore County, but all of Maryland a better place. On behalf of the people of Baltimore County, I am grateful for having such dedicated leaders that provide guidance to the youth of Baltimore County, and I wish for continued success in the years to come. Given under my hand and the Great Seal of Baltimore County, this 16th day of November in the year 2019, Johnny O. And now, for the celebration and historical accomplishments that Sisterhood Agenda has accomplished over the years. And we got another one. Woo. In its 25 years of service, Sisterhood Agenda has won over 25 awards, raised millions of dollars, and has expanded to include a vast global sisterhood network that includes over 5,000 global partners in 36 countries. Now, I'm going to be introducing a very special guest. She's our special advisor with Sisterhood Agenda, Mangia Belizaire. She is an architectural engineer and lead accredited professional. Mangia holds a Bachelor of Architectural Engineering and a Master's of Real Estate Development degrees from Penn State University and George Mason University. She helps designers, architects, builders, and operates to identify key sustainable building goals. Mangia also mentors and volunteers with environmental conservation projects. Please welcome to the stage, Mangia Belizaire.
Thank you, Ayana. Welcome, everyone. I welcome you to the National Museum of African American History and Culture today, but I'm going to take you on a brief journey to our Sisterhood Empowerment Academy, located in St. John's, Virgin Island. So, Empowerment Agenda is very close to my heart. As mentioned, I had an opportunity to work with Angela and advise her through the sustainability goals for this academy in the Virgin Islands. The design considers the sea, the air, and the sun, creating a space that's holistic and therapeutic, especially for the work that we're doing here. Oh, sorry, I'm a little short. Thank you. And so I'm going to, the water, the sea, and the air and the sun, creating a space that works with the programs that we do through Sisterhood Agenda. And so at this facility, we do training and business consulting. We have counseling. We have our sister circles, networking, and programs, and we have sea retreats here as well. We have groups that come from all over that are looking for small groups and a quiet space to hold programming and facilitate the programs. So we're here for the Sisterhood Agenda, and we've expanded. We have 6 million women that we've reached. We have more than 3,600 global partners. We're connected with 36 countries. We have 2,400 community partners in the US, and we have global agencies, and we invite them to our facilities, not here locally, but to the sea. And today we're here, we're celebrating 25 years of service, and that's why we're offering and extending and sharing our experience with building this facility and how has this facility contribute to the Sisterhood Agenda and creating the safe space for the women to grow and truly connect. We have our Sisterhood Directory. We have a trauma-infused sister circles. We have 100,000 Global Girls Education Program, and we have training and women support programs that we do host at this location as well. We are the #1 sisterhood agency. We're a network, we're growing, and it's great to have this facility where we can offer to our partners globally as well. One of the things that we're very proud of is that we're awarding winning program nationally for our agency, but also for this facility as well. We've been voted the best nonprofit organization and best youth-oriented community organization on St. John's. The facility has also been awarded the Energy Globe Award for its sustainable contributions to the local environment. And we've been proud to be selected and receiving this recognition amongst hundreds of applicants. And this is thanks to our leadership. Angela had a vision, and when she went to the Virgin Islands and was connecting with the women there and the groups and organizations, she saw a need. She also saw that they needed a safe space to commune. And so she realized this vision. I was connected to her. We worked through a series of meetings with consultants and engineers and architects and created this facility. And I don't want to hold it any longer, but we're going to go through slides and pictures to share the development process here with you shortly. And here are just some slides just telling you some of the great features of our building. Of course, it's a safe haven. It's a holistic environment that provides opportunity for wellness, especially with its natural environmental properties. And we offer private counseling too. Could you imagine with a safe space like this, if a space like this offer an enclosed environment that propels you to heal and connect with your space. So any issues that you're dealing with, whether it be anxiety or stress, depression, the healing, it's been known that the healing properties of our environment can assist you with this, which is one of the great attributes of this space. As I mentioned before, we have sea retreats here. And this is the location, the address, and our email address if you're interested to host a session here, whether it be for business. And of course, there's the email if you have any questions or want to make any reservations. And I'm not going to hold you any further because I'm interested in sharing with you the pictures and the process of the development. And I'd like to introduce you, Angela Coleman, that will come back to the stage to share this with you. Thank you.
If we can give Mangia a round of applause. She's so modest. This woman, we call her Quiet Storm because she's phenomenal. She is an architectural engineer, plus a lot more. And she donated her time and talents and expertise to our cause, 100%. She gave not only materials, information, time, and I bonded with her to the point where I can call her a good friend of mine now. So I'm happy to do that. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, these next few slides, as Mangia mentioned, are going to be kind of an exploration of what we did at the sea, the Sisterhood Empowerment Academy, and really what it's all about, because so many people have asked me that don't necessarily understand it. They're like, oh, I kind of get it. It's out there. What is it? Well, we're going to show you how we built it. Mangia gave you kind of the vision and the foundation, what thought process behind it. The sea took about 3 years, actually, to build. It's on a small island of St. John in the U.S. Virgin Islands. You can't get to St. John by plane. You have to take a plane and fly into the airport on St. Thomas and take a boat to St. John. St. John has no traffic lights, none. St. John is 8 miles, a little more than 8 miles long. It has less than 5,000 people on the entire island. Since the hurricanes, it has closer to 4,000 people on the island. We started off with our drumming ceremony to bless the land. This is what it looked like before we built anything. And when we built, we used this topography and the landscape to determine how we would build so that we didn't clear the land. It's an oceanfront property, panoramic views of St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John on the sea. So we have our master drummer, Mr. Bruce, and we have Wanda doing our drumming as well. She's one of very few female percussionists, and she lives on the island of St. John. So after our drumming ceremony, we marked the space. We had to identify, obviously, this parcel of land in which we wanted to build. That already took a year. We had to get our permits, do our architectural drawings, et cetera. And Mangia helped a lot with the permaculture aspects of our building process. In harmony with the land, in harmony with nature, in harmony with the animals. There are a lot of peacocks, there are cranes, there are iguanas, there are goats. It's a peninsula that's located near the town of Cruz Bay on St. John, and it's a private estate. And so the only people who go there take a small private access road onto the peninsula. And so we had a lot of help. We started with a 40-foot container, this ugly-looking gray kind of container that we ended up getting. And Vincent Powell is that second picture there with the bag of cement on his head. Yes, that's how he carried the bag of cement. And my brother is in this third picture. It was a family affair. We got this thing up there. We couldn't use a crane because it's a small island and the access road doesn't allow it, so they had to truck it in. This big hole where our cat princess and Ayana are sitting, one of the concrete footings. That's where that went. And it's because of those concrete footings that our building still stands today after Hurricanes Irma, Jose, and Maria in 2017. We had some native stonework. Oh, sorry, I was pointing out the native stonework, so I thank you. My brother and Vincent working together, my brother and I working together. During the course of the building, we saw a lot of peachicks, which are the chicks of the peacocks being born, and just were able to capture the essence of the island. It's a very natural environment. It's not like a resort or hotel. The ocean's right there, but it's also almost like living on a farm. So we took this container. I literally painted the whole thing with, we had donated covering. It's a special covering that you can use to prevent rust. All natural, eco-friendly, from Sherwin-Williams. There's a Sherwin-Williams on St. Thomas. Painted that container. I didn't think I could ever get sunburned. I actually got sunburned because I painted this container in one day. But we took that container and built forward from there. It was built out from the 40-foot container. So it's a combination of steel, shipping container, as well as wood frame. And this is just highlights some of the process of doing that, the plumbing, et cetera. So it's Vincent and his brother. He was really helpful. That's part of our crew. Putting the foundation down, then putting down the subfloor. Once we started raising our walls is when I really started to get excited. He's working on the roof now. You can see the rafters going up. It's a special hip roof. It's a special design that's unique to the Caribbean. It's sturdy. It has a lot of precise cutting and measurements. We were able to get that type of roof for the building. And I was involved in every aspect of the building process. There I am on the roof. But I helped to do the caulking on the roof. Whatever things that I could do, I did. Did the planting. This was our beginning. You can see our cat was there the whole time, involved in the whole process. Caged it off because of all the animals. And even through the construction, we were able to hold a girls' program there. We held the SHE program, Sisters Healthy and Empowered, for girls that were on the island. And we took them kayaking, snorkeling. We ate. We did question and answer. We talked about health concerns. We coordinated this with one of our global partners, which is the Women's Sports Foundation. And we also did sunset yoga with the group. So you can see things are filling in and developing, and we're just moving along. Ayana's meeting friendly little goats and things like that. Our contractors are there. Peacocks are still there. They're always there. They're always there. Started working on the inside, the flooring, et cetera. Office spaces, library. And we finished our eco-suites, which is part of the building. It's on the east side of the building. Our eco-suites were really important to finish first because what we did was we were able to rent out our eco-suites to tourists, and with that income, use that to finish our construction project. So we had a sea gathering, which was an internal kind of soft opening. It was thanking all the contractors, all the people who really engaged in the process of the building. Mr. Bruce, Mangia, Vincent Powell, my brother, they all received certificates, and we had a catered event, and it was wonderful. And this is the building from the outside, or from the boat, from the car barge. You can see our building, and this is what it looks like. What is this? That's what it looked like after Hurricane Irma. So we had a recovery process. We just rebuilt, we just built literally, finished the building. My mother and I went to New York, took Ayana to her first year of college. We did a parent orientation, student orientation. Came back, everybody said, oh, boarding up, hurricane's coming, hurricane's coming. We boarded up, and then we went somewhere else because it was right on the hill. We didn't want to take any chances. Came back to this. So you see me, I'm like, what in the world? Our guides, our resource materials, our library of materials mildewed or missing. Our program materials gone, blown out. And you know, the thing was, our building, well, if we can go back for a minute, our building actually withstood the hurricanes. Thank you. All of this was wind damage, but our roof, how it fell in the middle picture here, was because we had two neighbors, their houses fell completely apart. And the debris from their buildings crashed into our buildings. And that's how my car got totaled. It was minding its business in the backyard, but it got banged up by all the debris that flew off of the other houses and other buildings. And there are only 7 other buildings on the whole peninsula. But this is the sea now. This is our recovery. It looks so devastating. This is us now. This is us now. You know, our contractor, Vincent Powell, these are our eco-suites. What's amazing, our eco-suites never got damaged. Never got damaged. They're fine. So Vincent Powell, our builder, he fixed our roof first before he even fixed his own roof or his mother's roof. He fixed our roof. So we were able to recover that way. The slides you're showing now is what that did was it said, hey, look, while we're rebuilding, it showed us how resilient, number one, we can be, right? As individuals, but also nature, how nature comes back, but how it strengthened us. It didn't stop our resolve. But it also caused us to set up some administrative offices here, when I say here, in the Baltimore-Washington area. And that's what the next slide wrote, our administrative offices that we have in Owings Mills, Maryland. And so that's wonderful, because now we can do much more outreach. We can do much more dedicated service. We can do more things that were stateside, because St. John kind of seems like another part of the world, you know, and if you've ever been to St. John, it feels like you are in a different world, in a good way, but there's a disconnect. So now we can, with our stateside office, stay more connected to our stateside partners, and that's exciting as we look to the future of doing that. Thank you.
I just want to say, can we give another round of applause? Because I was there after the fact, and it's just so amazing what my mother and all the team that went behind rebuilding the sea accomplished. It looks beautiful. Again, if you guys have a chance, please look on the website and take a look at it. It's very beautiful, and the environment is so beautiful as well.